Hi, welcome in. How are you? It's good to see you. Hi, everybody. Let's see. So I just running my show today. I feel like it's just like every other day sometimes, but the next couple days are busy, so I'm just trying to do more, working on some things here. Let's see. Just start throwing things on the table here. But if you haven't seen my crochet items here, I've been trying to work on this one thing, and it's just taking me a little longer, but let me get all the pieces, because there's pieces to this. And so I made this new listing to bookmark for crochet and chat. That's what I call these. And I've been doing more. Before we did the TLR Go Live Challenge, I did a lot more crochet and chat. I think I was focusing more on crochet the past year, and I didn't get back into craft supply. So now, like, it kind of shifted back, so back and forth. So I'm just kind of adding the balance of the two. I'm trying to add a little variety. And I know so some people are interested in crochet and some are not, but that's okay. Even if you just want to hang out and chat, that's fine too. I know. I was thinking of you specifically. When you have, cards, and you have different kinds of cards, and I don't know if you get tired of showing the same cards, or you feel like it's the same cards, and you're showing cards every day. I don't know if you do different shows either, so that's something I want to learn too. If you do other types of things with the cards. So yeah, I don't think I've watched any of those shows. So for reference here, this is a petal. I think the past couple of weeks I've been working on kind of a little project here, which they could be a pattern for, but I didn't want to look, so I just wanted to see if I could do it on my own. So this is a petal, and I have another one somewhere. It's in this bag here. I dig in here. It's like a Mary Poppins bag, and it's just like there it is. So these are flower petals, and as you can see, they got the clips. You got the snappy clips. Hi, Crafting with Chris. Good to see you. And so I'm making these petals. We got the snappy snaps. I think I wanted to make this for a train, like the mental health rate train that I was in last week. And I was like, let me try this project out. And I didn't finish it, but I wanted to finish it myself, for my sake. So, and then I've seen projects with different petals, colored petals, but I think I have enough to do 3 or 4 out of 5. And then you do a centerpiece and you sew it all together, so that it would be a keychain, and then it could be like you can pop all 5 of the petals. So that's the project I have. So if you're a person, or somebody that does the fidget toys, this got the clicky clicks. I'm hoping that it'll stay together. That's the thing. And I don't know if there is a project like that out in the interwebs, but I'm trying different things. So that's my bit here. So I don't know if I'm gonna do another. If I'm gonna do all the petals, I'm gonna do 5 petals, and then maybe close in this a little more so it'll stay kind of in its place, and hopefully this part won't pop out of the petal, and then make the centerpiece a little something different. Let's see, maybe this brown one, but I would also do a yellow and brown. That would be the best. Common flower design, I would do the yellow. So we'll see. We'll work on it, and I'll bring it out once in a while. So I made this listing that I put. So if anyone is interested, anytime I do a crochet, handmade crochet or crochet and chat, anything to do with crochet or knitting or crochet books, I'll put this listing up and to notify everybody. And I'm gonna run some of the flash sales I have, because I know some people bookmark those flash sales, and I just don't, sometimes I don't see the people. Sometimes. So I'll be I have a plan to make another ear warmer, but the weather's changing now. So here in Florida, it was a little breezy and cool. So I don't know how the other weather is up north. If it's still cold, you can let me know. Actually, I need to edit this one. I can unpin it, and I can't edit it because it's... Oh, the only thing I can do is... Oh, it's still cold in Michigan. Okay. Good to know, because for example, the ear warmer that I haven't made a new one. Wow. That is cold. I need to make a new one for an example. Thank you so much for your purchase of some owl stickers. I have a variety of cartoony and also more. Well, I actually have a bunch of these little Duolingo ones. I don't know if anyone's on Duolingo. I bought these for just a funny thing, and so sometimes I throw a couple of these little Duolingo. So if you like it, I'll throw in a couple of those too with the... I'm on Duolingo, yes. I always practice my Spanish, because that's something I've always done. I was born in Chile, but then we moved here to Tampa, Florida, and I've been here ever since. So I grew up here. So I picked up English really quickly, and then so I have to always, make sure I catch up on my Spanish to keep remembering. But of course, Chile Spanish is different from, Puerto Rican Spanish or Cuban Spanish or Mexican Spanish or any other, Spaniard Spanish, because I'm sorry for all the quacky noise. I'm looking at all my stickers. I'm looking for the owl ones that I have. I know it's in here. There they are. So I have I'll show you since we're... So these kind of owls, kind of like the live... I put a set of 5 in there, and I'll add some of those Duolingo. A couple of those in there too, so that's fun. This is not an owl. This is looks like I think a sports team has this logo, or it's something like a university. I don't know. It came in here. They got the magical looking owls here. That's a cute one. And then the cartoony Hogwarts. So it's just a mix of things. But I like the more realistic looking ones. Those are fun. So I will send those for you. Thank you. Thank you for your purchase. Yeah, I heard Texas was hot. I think the highs here in Florida is 70s. So yeah, so I'll send you a mix of those. I have my crochet. I have these Parks and Recs. If anybody knows, there's a whole bunch, I think from another seller, and it was just a big pile, and I was like, this is fun. I like Parks and Rec, and no one no one else I've seen. So I might just mix those. Whenever I do like a mix of stickers, I do a whole bunch of mix. So cutesy stickers, whatever. Thank you for chatting. I appreciate that. So what do you do besides what do you do besides just selling individual cards? Do you do another type of show on here on the platform? And you do paper crafting too? I think that's what you were talking about, something that you do besides just the cards. Stamping and embossing. Oh, nice. I would love to watch you do a demo. I mean, I jumped into the junk journaling community when I signed up here as well. So I know a lot of the junk journal people, and I've been collecting to do junk journal. And so that, collecting is one thing, and actually doing the junk journaling is another thing. So got lots of collections. That's where I am. I'm at the collecting phase. I'm like, this is cool. This is cool. And some people do have like amazing, like buying a whole book, and I'm like, yes, I can, take it apart and separate it, and like, I have a few hymnals, some music books, and I love music pages. So I started collecting those, but then the pages were very like soft, and they break apart really easily. So I'm just like, I don't want to use it as the paper itself. I might have to stick it on something else and make it a little more sturdier. So it's just kind of you collect the thing, and then you figure out what to do with it later. And then so I started just craft supplies, and then I wanted to incorporate crochet because I know that some people put crochet doilies on junk journals. So I have one of my plans also is to make some crochet doilies, because I have the thread. I have different color threads that I can make the doilies. And I'm looking. And the picture I usually use for crochet is a big doily. It's a big doily. It's somewhere on the table. I've been like moving things around and reorganizing, so but I want to make them smaller now. And another plan is making crochet earrings, because I love jewelry, and earrings are my favorite. So I don't even know where I am on this count, but I think I'm just going to keep going around and around until it gets to, because the first one I did was really good. Like, it looks thinner. I think this was the first one, and then the second one has a little extra space in it, so you see that'd be cool if they go like that. I don't know. So yeah, I did the flash sale on the crochet hooked keychains. That's true though. Thank you. That's very true. And I got some knitting kits that I haven't even, I know some knitting, not really. And I'm gonna pin these tees because I know some people have bookmarked the tees and stickers to let them know, hi, welcome in. Good to see you. I'm just mostly pinning or doing flash sales on a lot of things right now. Today I was focusing more on crochet, and I think I'm gonna do another crochet show tomorrow, because this week is also busy. I'm trying to take Friday off to go to a church conference, but Tuesday my husband's busy, so I might do a show later. It might be this time. I ended up doing shows at 10 instead of 8:50 like I thought so. But like the later it gets, the more I don't want to do a show, and that's my issue. And I'm like, but I have the things ready. Like I always want to show new things, but sometimes you just don't have to. You don't have to do that, and it's okay. I'm just here to be here. So if anybody wants to just relax. I had a big knot there. I had to untie it. Ooh, I missed that one. See, that's the thing. Did you have anybody else in there? Because sometimes I come in a show, and I think with the TRL Go Live challenge, more people have been just, connecting to and jumping in and saying hi. So that is very encouraging. But when I do something like craft supplies versus crocheting, if I do any type of crochet, I get less people. So it's not disheartening or anything. It's just, if I'm going to make something, I want to make something that's might be interesting to somebody else. I don't want to take time on big things either, because they take too long. And I don't know why I have these knots in here. Yeah. And it's nice with crafting. Everybody does something different. So all the crochet peoples that are on this app do different types of crochet items, different things. I don't do amigurumi, but I know people that do, so just we can give a reference to somebody. There used to be somebody that used to make crochet earrings with the little, I think it was embroidery thread and like a really little crochet hook, and it was really pretty. But then she moved to Japan, so she couldn't sell and whatnot anymore. So I was like, man, she had such good earring ideas. So I missed that. Welcome in. We're just chatting about crafting and crocheting, and I'm just randomly pinning things to let's see, knitting needles. I don't remember. I have this little plastic crochet hook set if anyone's interested to learn. The plastic crochet hooks might be different than the metal ones, so just like a set for a beginner. And I think I have a couple older books that give you instructions in crocheting that I started collecting after, like, I sold one, a different book. And some people can read crochet instructions and some people can't. Like, it doesn't connect, so some people need to watch a video, which is fine. I watch videos too all the time, especially if it's a new type of stitch that I don't know. I gotta watch a video. Oh, and I also have I have to keep showing my crochet bags that I used to make a long time ago. Like this one is a rainbow granny square bag. It's a big one, and one day somebody will enjoy that, but I just need to remember to add them to my show. I have another one that I forgot to put in. Let's see. Inventory. And it was the watermelon bag that I talked about. I would like to make more crochet bags. I just have to add some lining. Or you could just use it as a beach bag. So if you have things that you take out of the beach bag and you put it back in, and all the sand can fall out of the mesh part. So that's why I have some of those. So I'm adding this watermelon. Where is the watermelon? I think it's in my auction. Thank you. Yeah. Just to see if somebody that bookmarked it is interested to look at it. I'm looking for there it is. That's why I have it on a flash sale. So this is I call the watermelon bag, mesh bag. So it's a style of market bag, and I think I modified the handles differently than the instructions said, and I modified the bottom of it. So it has the green bottom that is just single crochet, so nothing, like, not too many things can fall through the bottom, but on the sides, it's kind of breathable, so you can, like, if any sand gets in there, you take your book with you, you take a towel, your flip-flops, things like that. Oh, I have to change it to I might leave it there. It says I had it for 20 minutes, and most of the other things I have for flash sale are like listed for an hour, and then I have these yarn kits. But that's another thing. I have to set up a yarn show. Once I look through all my yarn, because I have yarns in many places. I realized the scrap yarn is actually in a container under my table here, because my son was digging through it and tied up all the loose ends, so I had to unravel all the pieces. That's cool. Yeah, so yeah, I noticed that bookmarking, like, I still bookmark people's shows, and to show support for the algorithm, but I think I put my notifications off for the shows, because I've been getting shows that I don't believe I follow, and I get those notifications, and I'm like, why am I getting this? I get too many. The same thing with Discord. I get too many notifications. So I just gotta, like, go through and, like, mute some of the things, some of the categories. Lots of things. Oh my goodness. Yeah. It's like I know like for me, I like to I would like to list things just so that, you know, not having confusion and not, you know, making sure I don't send the wrong thing to the wrong person. But sometimes I just gotta make a general listing and just collect all the yarn that I want to sell versus what I want to keep, which is going to be a struggle too. Getting all of them together to sort out or bundle together in the colorways, and so that's a lot of work. But I feel like I need to do something because I keep collecting yarn from Whatnot too. Of course, you watch the shows. I like to participate. That's why I have a lot of happy mail the past couple weeks. And my husband said, "Hey, you got all these little envelopes with papers and things." I was like, "Yeah, because it's happy mail from my friends, my fellow crafters." Hi, Teresa. Good to see you. Yeah, and I have to catch your show, Chris. And I missed your show, Teresa. I'm sorry. I don't. I saw you on, and then I got distracted with, you know, being at work, so I had to do my work. And then it was 5 o'clock. I was like, what? The time flew by. I mean, I went to get my lunch and stuff. I know. Tomorrow is another day, and at least Tuesdays I'm at home, so or I work from home. It makes it a little easier to jump on other people's shows and hang out while I'm typing and things. And tomorrow, well, and spring break ends tomorrow, so yes. If only, yeah. I mean, I still watch, and I know some people have issues with like not having your audio up or you have your headphones in listening while you're working. I'm glad I have flexibility. They don't mind. Unless it just really, you know, distracts me from what I'm doing. That helps. Hi, welcome in. Welcome to one of the many crochet shows. We're just chatting about crafting and whatnotting while working. I wish I could crochet more. I used to crochet while, you know, in between work. But sometimes I just don't have enough time to like actually sit and focus on doing a project. And I want to find something a little more simpler to just sit and not focus on if I'm doing the right stitches or how many. Ooh. Yeah, so like I want to do all the different kinds of shows. In the beginning, when I started Whatnot, I tried to do different shows. Like I tried to do clothing, and that's why sometimes in my show you can see a rack of clothing here, and because I tried, and I do have more clothing that I can show. So one day I'm just like holding everything in a pile to and have to list all the different clothing to one day. Hi, crochet people. I see all the crochet names. Happy Crochet, hi. And Sasha crochets high. Ooh, okay. I'm going to follow all the crochet people too. Make sure you follow each other. Hi, Sasha. Nice to meet you. Um, ooh, beautiful crochet. Yeah, I have headbands too. But we were talking about this earlier, that one of the best things about Whatnot is all of the crochet sellers have different things, or they make it in different ways and different styles, and it's not a competition at all, which is great. In reality, I just have a lot of old things that I've crocheted in the past and I just want to get rid of. But I mean, we do a lot of mixed things in our shows, so yes. I love watching demos too, like, you know, I love watching people crafting with paper and making jewelry. Oh, it's so much fun. Like, I want to look at all the beads, and that's another thing I do too. I take broken craft jewelry and maybe make something else, repurpose it. I got a lot of earrings that I made beads into earrings, so different things. So eventually I'll make some crochet earrings that I can pull up. Actually, this one little one right here, I made it like a granny square like this into earrings. In this color. So this color is kind of funny. It's a little I think it was like a 90s theme or some kind of, like, maybe it was 80s. So I made these like really pop-in color earrings. So I think I'll eventually put these on earring hooks. So make them in different colors. Got so many crafts, so little time. That's always the case. It's nice to just take some time to work on something, and I do it, you know, after I do a show. It's difficult to sit down and, you know, sit and work on something for me, because I'm like, oh, it's time for bed after we get off the show, so that's okay. I need some rest. But I'm almost done with this petal though. Let me do another decrease, see if that helps. So this is also becoming a little different. So I have 3 petals. So in the beginning, welcome back, Teresa. Hi, Sue's Frappet. I know you. Well, I know you. Like, I recognize your name. Okay, so I made sure to follow all the fun people. Make sure, you know, you follow each other, because most of us are sellers and we all have something to share. These, so for the mental health awareness train, I wanted to make this flower. And there was a pattern for this like floppy flower with big petals, and it's almost like a popper thing, a fidget thing. But I was like, let me do it with the hair clips. So like these hair clips here, and make petals into them, and I can do the snappy snap. And then I'm going to make a circle that I'll attach the petals to, and make that into a keychain. So you have 5 hair clip snaps, and I'll make it, and I have making into using the yellow too, just so you know. I found out that like people don't really prefer bright colors sometimes, so they would prefer a natural tone sometimes, or just like the regular color of the item. So like I'm gonna make a yellow one too, so they give the option. But anything that we crocheters make can be made in any color, and I every time I do a show, I always reiterate that. It's like, if you want to buy this, you can pick the what I'm showing you right now, or you can pick any color. And I keep the items that I have like on the smaller side, so that it would take 2 days, and I could ship them out in the time frame that is necessary for whatnot, because I don't like my numbers going down. The percentage. That was the cool thing about the Go Live challenge, was that I was consistent with doing my show, shipping things the next day, doing a show, shipping things the next day, and it kept putting my percentage up. Because after, they were like, we looked at, like, we reorganized our calculations, and now you're going to be seeing your percentage to go down on the shipping. So I was like, oh man, I'm in the 80s. I gotta bring it up. So I went, like, I changed it all the way up to like 95. And I was like, this is great. And then I sent something out on the third day instead of the second day, and it went back down again. So I was like, man, this number thing is really annoying. If I don't ship it out the next day, it hurts. So then for people that, like, if you have projects that take longer to make, and it's a custom project, it's be better to just take the request, I guess verbally, and then make the item within the week before they make the purchase. So that's what sometimes we have to do as crafters, as crocheters. And I haven't done too many custom items. I did make a headband, actually. The recent thing I made was those ear warmer, these pin ear warmer headbands, and they were double thick, so it was double stranded, in acrylic, and kid sizes, so it was a little smaller. But I made 2 of them, and that was a custom, and I was like rushing, because I was like, it's an easy thing, but at the same time, with double the yarn, I made it thicker, so I had to use a different hook, and it was just a lot. That's okay. Okay, so I'm pretty close to being done with this one. Yeah, that's the best way that I figured out. Even with if somebody wants to buy something, I can put it on a hold, or if I know you well enough, I'll hold it to the side or put it in a separate listing, and I do it for some people, so for friends, and they'll pay later. I just send them the buy now listing. So okay, so I made 3. I think I might have enough for 2 more. So I'm making a 5-petal flower, and then I'm going to pick a color to make the center. It might be maybe that darker blue. Maybe this darker blue might be a circle. Maybe not. I can make and it'll have. I was thinking like a squeaky. It'd be funny if it was a squeaky toy in the middle. The little squeaky, but maybe not. Then you'll scare somebody. That would be cool though. To make a circle, but then have a plastic, like, if you repurpose a piece of plastic and make it like a pop center. I'm thinking too much of it, so it might just be filled with fluff. And then Yeah, my dog loves to pop bubble wrap too. But I made these with hair clips, and it'll be a keychain. So it'd be flower, um, and I'm gonna make 2 more petals and the center, and put a keychain on it. So it can be a fidget hair clip keychain flower keychain. So yeah, 2 more, and I will. But I think I'm ready to go now. Thank you. I don't know if anybody else had like the idea to write it down for like a crochet pattern. I might do it. Like maybe when I finish the process, and I'll do another one. These take a little bit long because they get little pieces, and then the fact that you have to sew it together. But I'll be excited to see what it looks like. So like this yellow one can be a sunflower. I'll be excited. Once I finish it all, it'll be. And um I was in a show earlier with our friend Miss Carmen and Teresa, and it's like and ideas that we hear, well, for us. Some people get offended if if you hear an idea in their show or something, you're just chatting and something, and if you make it, they get offended. All ideas are open. You can make your own version of something that somebody else talked about. It's open, it's free. Ideas are, they're always shared. So hopefully this idea will give you a new idea for a craft. And that's the best thing about these types of shows. You can think, we can chat. I always get so many good ideas actually when I'm talking about my projects. And I'm like, oh, maybe I should make this another thing. Like, for example, when I make these pumpkin cozies, cup cozies. I was like, I have made a red one, and I was like, maybe I should make it into an apple, and I did, and someone purchased it, and I was like, it's already gone. And I put a little green leaf on it, and so just like I make a variation of something that you made in a different color. So that's always a good time. Right. Exactly. So that's why I like to chat about things. So even if you make an idea of a variation of what we discussed here in your type of craft too, a paper craft, a jewelry craft, that's always fun to share information. I enjoy it. All right, so I think that is all. Let me see if there's another person in the challenge here that is on. It's just me. Maybe somebody comes on at 10. Well, I think it was 10:30, but maybe they moved it. Let's see. Let me search. Yeah. Mel, you're supposed to be on at 10:30. She was on, so she might be on. Mel, are you still here? I think she snuck away. All right, so I've seen a lot of yarn shows, so maybe no yarn shows right now. A lot of people selling yarn, so I have enough right now, right? There's a show, another crochet person that I might go and say hi to, or we got Make With Me Monday with Artistic Fusion. I think I want to go there actually. A different craft. She's been making some handmade things, and she was having some good conversations. Okay. Thank you so much for stopping in, and I'll try to check out your show too. I always want to make sure I always follow and bookmark your shows, and if I see you pop up, I'll jump in. It's good to meet you. I'm gonna jump over there and thank you. We'll see you later. Another show in the evening tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow. Okay, I'll make sure to, I guess, take a mental note of the time. So I'll join you tomorrow. Thank you. Good to see you.